Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Rose Bouquet, and please hit like and subscribe or leave a comment down below. I always read the comments, and today we're going to go ahead and get started. I have to do it. I am so sorry. I have to roast Emma Chamberlain again, and yeah, I gotta do it. She's a public figure, and yeah, I have to, okay? So I listened to her latest podcasts. I didn't listen to the whole Coachella podcast because that was basically like what to do at Coachella. I just felt it was really boring, I guess you could say. But then I listened to her latest podcast about overachieving and things like that. And again, I mean, it's she's talking about young people being overachievers, and I actually think it's opposite of that. I noticed a lot of the younger generation, they don't work as hard. Like I have this job, right? I changed jobs a few months ago, and these people are younger. They're like in their 20s, and they call out all the time. And I'm like, this job is so good, because I love my job. I just, I've finally got a job I like. I'm like, I'll never call out, and it's like, I haven't. I love the job. It's so easy and it's just something I really enjoy. But people still call out. I'm like, why would you call out? So I don't see it that way. There are people that are overachievers. There's not a lot. But I also find her message very contradicting because in a podcast a few months ago, she was saying how all of her friends, she wants to feel inspired by them. Like she doesn't, all these friends weren't inspiring her to, you know, any degree. And she basically just doesn't hang out with any of the girls she used to hang out with. And they're all, I'm sorry, but they're like such sweet girls. And there's just no way they're bad people. And just the fact that she thinks that they're trying to ride on her fame, it's like I can see genuine sadness in these people's faces that they lost their friend, and I think they were genuinely friends with her. It's like she acts like she never had friends before she was internet famous, which just wasn't true. So, I think I finally figured it out too. So when she was growing up, she didn't have a lot of money, right? And her mom worked her tail off to keep the food coming in and the roof over the head. And, I'm not sure what help they got from grandparents, for her to go to the special school she went to, the all-girls school. I'm sure grandparents were pitching in for that. Her dad didn't have a career like, he had he was painting. So that's not a steady income, right? Because you have to constantly be selling paintings. So if he's only selling paintings at these shows, the art shows he was doing, which I'm sure he's doing better now because he's Emma Chamberlain's dad. So people will simply buy just because of that reason. I'm sure he sold at least 50% of his, paintings because of Emma. But he has, his Patreon and all of these things, YouTube, trying to make money. The goal in life for people is money. And I just think it's very, like, I don't hate Emma, but when you go on there, I mean, she's got all these advertisements. She does Macy's. She does therapy. There was like the Kardashians on there now. There was all kinds of ads on her podcast, and I'm just thinking to myself, how much is she getting paid for that? Because if it was about doing just what you wanted to do, I don't think she would be doing ads. That's very hypocritical to say that people should only do what they want to do, and that, that's all that really matters is just doing what you want to do, and only doing what you want to do, and don't overdo it and this and that. Yet on her podcast, she's doing all these ads for Macy's, literally every time. They must be paying her very well. And I know they have to be. And I know she, if she had to choose, she wouldn't do any of these ads on her podcast. That's, and when she started YouTube and she would have an ad, I remember she'd come out in the the outfit with the tie and put up her little thing and do her ad. She was like so excited to make money, to be getting advertisements and, promotions to put on her channel. And I just think it's all very hypocritical. It's easy to say when you've already made it and you're sitting in a $2 or $3 million home that you just remodeled and you haven't shown anybody. No shade there. But I mean, she hasn't. She moved. She talks about moving. She hasn't shown her new home. I mean, she's not going to show you these things because they're not relatable to everyone else. Nobody else that's 20 years old right now has, I mean, some people do, okay? But let's just be real. Most of it's their parents' money or trust fund money or something of that nature. Nobody else is sitting in a $2.8 million, $3.5 million house that's just been remodeled to their liking and has, steady income, because she's still making money off YouTube videos, whether she, generates them or not. I mean, she makes a lot of money. Let's just be real. A lot of people watch her videos. So people are probably going back and watching her old videos. I know they do. And that's generating income. And then she has her coffee company. It was at Coachella. So, she's making money there. I even saw her coffee company on OK Puff. It's expensive coffee and I won't buy it, but it's there. And I'm sure some people do, or it wouldn't be on there. I couldn't believe I saw it. And I think that's great that she did that. But to say for everyone else that they're trying to overachieve and this and that, I mean, no, the bottom line is, let's be real, the bottom line is money. It's always been money. And also, I have to roast Emma. She keeps talking about high school, and it's like, high school was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And I mean, I know she went to an all-girls school for a couple years or a year or two, and it was rough. And they must have really pushed the homework on her. She should have just been going to public school. It would have been a lot easier, because I think that burnt her out. But, she was riding hard trying to make it on YouTube. That's it. She was going and, doing experiments, doing crafts, anything she could to generate that, the views. And then she was editing her videos funny and, all of the above. And then the minute she got money, okay, the minute she was starting to get fame, she moved to LA. She got that apartment, and then she moved to another apartment. I mean, she progressed and kept going until she made the money and got the stability and the income to be able to take a break, And I think it's great that she's been able to take a break if that's what she needed to do. But I really think it has a lot to do with her relationship, which is fine. Nobody faults you for that. I mean, your first relationship, very stressful. He's off on tour. I don't know if she's with him or not, or what the case may be. But also, Emma didn't grow up with a lot of money. So I noticed that the girls that she was filming with, most of them, well, in the beginning, the Gerties, like Ellie and Hannah, their parents had money. So I think with that set of girls, there wasn't a lot of pressure per se, because they didn't grow up poor. They had what they needed growing up. Let's put it that way. I've seen their families' homes. Those girls have money. Even Hannah Malosha's good friend, Good Meredith, and all those people. You can tell their parents are well-to-do, right? But probably millionaires themselves or close to it. So those girls didn't grow up feeling that they didn't get, wear the polo shirts and the things that they wanted to wear. Their parents had money to provide for them anything they wanted, pretty much, it looks like. I'm not saying that they're billionaires rolling in the dough and it's not good that they, make money themselves, but I'm just saying that it wasn't the same, because Emma grew up having less than those girls, and then I'm not sure what Amanda's situation is in her home life. I'm pretty sure her family has money, because I don't know exactly what she does or how she pays her bills, and I don't think Olivia grew up rich, but again, I don't know their backgrounds. This is just what I observe online and from what I can see. I don't know. I don't know how much Instagram pays for having 1 million followers, and I don't know how much, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know all the semantics, because I don't make money off YouTube. I just do it really because I want to do it and get my opinion out there. I just think I have a very more wise opinion, and I've lived a lot more life, so I just like to come on here and I don't know, maybe I'm on here for the older folks, I suppose. I have no idea, but I don't know. I can't not express myself in certain matters, and this is one of them. And I just think it's funny. Her dad is really a sweet guy and everything, and I think that's wonderful, but he's a painter, and he's not making a lot of money, and she keeps talking about what her dad told her and advice her dad told her, and I don't know, she just happened to make it, right? I mean, she just got lucky. She was young enough, there was a lot of impressionable people at that time. She just blew up at exactly the right time. She collaborated with exactly the right people. Everything just happened so perfectly for her career to lead her where she is now. And so she can take a break, right? I mean, because she has all these other things going on. She can do her podcast, which who knows how much money she's making on her podcast. I mean, the only thing she's not doing is YouTube. She's still doing her podcast. She's still selling her coffee. I'm sure she still sells merch on her site. I'm not really sure. I haven't looked, but she has other avenues of income. So just not doing one stream of, just not doing YouTube, which is what made her famous to start with, but isn't, it's not going to make a huge difference. I think her coffee company has really taken off, is what we're seeing here. She may never come back to YouTube, and if she does, I think it'll be very sporadic. And that's it. But I don't have any ill will. I have a more wiser sense, wiser point of view, because I'm older. And the reason people push themselves is because they have to. Houses are way more money now. Everything's more expensive. We have inflation. People have to achieve to live, right? I mean, because if you can't achieve, if you can't make money, you can't pay for your housing, you can't pay for your food, your insurance, health insurance, any luxuries that you may want, whatsoever. It all costs money, and it's just weird that She grew up in that little apartment with her mom and saw her mom go to work every day, and she knows it's about money, but she keeps saying, like, you just have so much pressure to, I don't know, I think she's talking about herself, but everybody knows she already made it. So, of course, she can take a break. I'm super happy to see other people working harder. I think some of her friends, I just really don't want to see her old friends, throw away their youth and, not try to achieve. Some of those people look like they're trying to, make something of themselves. And I just think that's really wonderful. And I hope they keep going in that direction. Because you're only young once. And Hollywood isn't, especially towards women, you only have that certain, your 20s really to break out and do anything. I would like to see Emma do movies. I know that's a real push and a real jump, but I think she could do roles here and there in movies. And, I would love to see her go to acting classes and, do something like that instead of just collabing with, food places and, doing ads for Macy's. It'd be cool if she took some acting classes and, like, got a role in something. It'd be kind of, it'd be really cool. I think everybody would watch, and it'd be fun, something different. And she'd have something new to explore. But that's just my opinion. Again, if Emma Stans listen to this, I'm not hating on Emma. I just have to clarify things that bother me because I know so much about the world, and money makes the world go round. Okay, so everything's stemmed in money, and I think it's hypocritical and really rude and almost cruel to say that people, that they're trying to overachieve when everybody is really just after this same goal, which is just to be successful, have a decent house, have money coming in, not have to worry, be able to raise children. That's what it always comes down to. If we didn't have this thing called money, Emma, then yes, I could see a lot of people doing a lot less with their life. Correct. If we had a world where your food and shelter was provided for you, right, people would be doing way less. I mean, way less. I don't even know. People would still do things, but it wouldn't be at the rate that they do now. So, anyways, that is my, opinion for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I always really appreciate that. I like to take a pulse on what everybody's thinking and feeling. And yeah, everything's going good on my end. It's, springtime, summertime coming up here. Got to get ready to go swimming and have some fun this summer. And I hope everybody else is too. And take care. Bye.